even better. You ready? You ready for this?
I'm filming again for Thomas Edward, and today I've travelled all the way to the Lune Aqueduct in Lancaster, and I'm looking for Thomas now, and oh, here he is.
Oh, didn't see you there. Just having a go with my new Land Rover, but look at this, Lune Aqueduct. So I want to come and tell you a bit of history and a bit of well, show you what it is really, and you know, and show you my Land Rover and stuff. Well, but come with me and we'll go and find it, shall we? I want to go to the bottom first. We haven't got quite to the aqueduct yet, but we keep finding lots of stuff. Like there's a pond there, full of debris though, and then Mackey's is over there. It's very, very urban around here, even though there's all this like nature. There's like big McDonald's, there's loads of tyres on the roof there, like a car place. And lots of cars racing by. But even then, look at the waste in that. There's even a mask in it. Mad. No one knows how to treat anything. I think they're doing a bit of flood defence here, because on the other side they're putting a big wall in because of Storm Desmond. What was like, it's a long time ago, it's about 5 years ago now, but we finally got round to doing a big flood defence. So I don't know what they're doing here, I don't know what this is about. I think, yeah, it was the flood defence in those buildings, because look, there's the other side of it here, and this is like a big square. Yeah, so if those industrial estate doesn't get flooded. Pretty mad. There you go, there's the Lune Aqueduct. So we just walked down this path here and we came underneath, but I've just come from down there. It was completed in 1797, and the guy who designed it was John Rennie, and he designed it all up, and he's designed it so it will look grand and like big, you know. And it is pretty big and it's pretty grand, and then he's got Alexander Stevens built it. I'll tell you what, that must have been some build jobs to do that, some stones. And I was just reading before, each pillar's on the bottom, it's all got wood on the bottom what's been drived into water, and because the water's wet it will stay strong forever. It's like a certain type of wood, and then the pillars are sat on top of it. But it's got 5 big ovals, you know, all the arches, there's 5 of them, and it's just over 660 feet long and about 61 feet tall. So it's not that tall, but it is tall when you stand under it. It's like a big, it's like a railway viaduct almost, but a tiny bit smaller. And apparently it's one of the best civil engineers jobs what's been done. It's quite a big, because there's lots, even because this aqueduct's on the Lancaster Canal, and there is a lot of aqueducts further up and down, but smaller. And but this is quite big, this one, because it's like I say, it's 5 arches, it's 660, just over 660 feet long, and 61 feet tall. So it's quite grand, it's quite big. It's some architecture, isn't it, really? And it reminds me a bit, if you see little pillars on the wall on top, it reminds me of Skirton Bridge a bit, what's a bit further downriver. and Skirton was built 10 years before this. So I don't know if that was sort of a Lancaster theme, what they sort of like will build it a bit like that, so it keeps in with like the town sort of architecture. But it looks really good, and there's a Latin plaque with what tells you about it's all about wealth, and I've done a readout about that later. But we're going to have a look at what that plaque says over there as well, and we'll go on top, I think, and have a look. So yeah. Hey look, there you go, it's the plaque for it. The Lune Aqueduct, the largest all-masonry aqueduct in Britain, designed by John Rennie and opened in 1797 for the Lancaster Canal navigation. I think it's like grade 2 listed, I think. So you can't touch it, can't do anything with it. But just think, when this was built, this was made for like businesses bringing up coal and lots of supplies. It wasn't leisure, but now it's leisure. All the boats on top are all houseboats. There's probably the occasional coal boat goes across to feed the leisure boats, but that's about it. It's a shame, really. It should be used for industry, not leisure. But it doesn't matter. Leisure's still good stuff. Leisure. It has a Latin big plaque, and it's all in Latin. But the English translation is old needs are served, far distant sights combined, rivers by art are joined to bring new wealth. So it's all about wealth. That's why it's so grand. And I go, come on. Right, it's time to go up, shall we? Shall we go up? Come on, follow me. Have you seen that? Look at that. There's some steps, aren't they? I think it's been refurbed. I think it costs because I think it costs about 50,000 to build, but when they refurbed it, I don't know if it's about 2012 or maybe a bit later, it was about 1.2 million or something daft to refurb it. And these columns here, see the different colours, see how that's rolled away? It's like sandstone. And then these new ones are coming. Quite a few look new. They're all ones. A couple of new ones there. So they've done a bit more masonry work, but I tell you what, they don't make them how they used to, do they? Because that over there, that's had like 5 pillars all in one bit. But it has stood the test of time.
Well, it's still here.
Yeah, it's still here, yeah. Damn straight. Because I was talking about leisure on it now, but looking at the water, it doesn't look like there's any boats been in it recently. Well, obviously lockdown, but it looks like, have you seen the green on top? It's like Ghostbusters, it's like slime. And all the way up there, it's a bit of water seeing through here, but look, all that's all green, and even up on the actual aqueduct itself, it's just green. I don't think anything's been up here, it's all sort of settled. But talking of lockdown, in lockdown, this didn't have any water in. They were doing work on it. So this was empty. I'll drop a few photos in and show you what it was like. It was pretty spectacular to have no water in this. And then they came one day and took the big plug out the thing, and it popped out, and all the water came back in, and then it was filled up. But I don't think many people have been using it. One day we'll come back on the boat and ride it, and then go on a canoe and go underneath of it, so we get to properly see all of it. But that we'll come back later and do that, maybe a year's time or so. Sound. See, I was right. Look, 60 tree trunks under the riverbed. 60 of them. That's mad. It carried lime and coal, so I was nearly right what it carried. So lime and coal it carried. And he's the man that designed it, and that's a navvy. Hey, that's another echo here. Another echo. We love a good echo. We don't got to get a Bluetooth speaker and do a bit of showbiz, make it echoey. See, even on this side it's still green, so it tells you nothing's been along here for a long time. Maybe a week or so, or maybe it settles quite, because it's actually got a bit of a current on it, it's actually moving. So this might have been brought down from upstream, but I think it's all sort of residue from the trees and whatever. See this bit here where it sort of opens out? This is known as a winding hole. So you can back your boat in or go in front with. Hey, look, check it out, look, no fishing allowed here. I don't think you can get your rod out.
Oh dear. Don't stick to comedy, do you?
So, this was built after Skirton Bridge, what's down there, and Skirton Bridge is a road, and then this is the canal. So probably from what, this was like late 1700s, both were late 1700s, all the way 1800s, 1900s, these would have been big main transport ways, back and forth, and then in the 60s, the motorway appeared, and then when you got the motorway, and then obviously the motorway took over from the canal and whatever, and the railway as well, but the railway bridge is a bit further down. So this river Lune here, has the motorway with transport and leisure now, the canal, what used to be transport and now it's leisure, and then Skirton Bridge, what's a road, what's work and leisure, and then the railway, what's work and leisure. So it's all got lots of ways of getting across it and lots of different history of transport. So it's quite an interesting river, the Lune. You know, there's a lot of stuff what passes over the top of it. And then even the latest instalment is there's a bridge next to the motorway. What's the Bay Gateway? So there's even more now. So I don't know what they would do over it next. Maybe do a drone tunnel, a big glass bubble with drones in it carrying all Amazon parcels across it. That could be the next one. Like a drone highway. Because I reckon one day, a chopper up there, no more of them in the future, with drones, everything be drones, and I reckon the airways will be so busy of them, they'll have their own tunnels, or underground tunnels, like I was on about a few videos previous. So I reckon we might get a drone tunnel over in the future. That'd be good. Or something, or like an electric tunnel. Yeah. But it's quite interesting, Lune, with what bridges over it, quite a lot of history. And like the bridge right down beyond Skirton Bridge used to be a railway bridge, and now it's a road bridge. That's a good video. Maybe we'll do that. But to come, there's lots of Lancaster videos to come, because I'm planning on doing my family history, because my dad's side is all Lancaster. So I think I've got a few videos lined up I want to do. So should be seeing more of this, probably at Lune and other places. So stay tuned. Oh, and by the way, it's quite unusual, this aqueduct. It's got two footpaths on it, two towpaths. Even though you can't get to that one over there. Maybe originally when they had horses or whatever, they used to get off on that side and push it along, you know. So pretty good, pretty wide bridge, like. Yeah, it's got my approval anyway. Caton Road here, it goes from Lancaster up to the motorway, and then it can go beyond and up into Yorkshire eventually. See, this is the green stuff what's on top of the canal, and it's apparently it's duckweed. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. See, this is how things have changed. Back in the late 1700s, it's big rocks and everything, big piled trees. Yeah, look, it's just a big concrete bridge going across the road. There's no like passion in building anything anymore. It's just get it built and get the money in, and that's it. And it's not like the old days. There's a big drawing of it. The boats going, that's what actually it should look like, the boats. I was hoping today there'd be a few boats going across it, but obviously not. Boats going underneath of it. Pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Spot on. So today I've got this Land Rover with me, what I've just bought, and he's a Discovery 2, or she is. And it's got a light bar on the front. It's been fitted with a light bar and a little flashing light in the back. So I'm going to put it on Instagram and get the audience to, you know, choose the name. So if you've got any ideas, or who or he or she should be called, let us know. But I'm going to do an Instagram post about it. So yeah, that's the Land Rover I've got with me today. But anyway, thank you for coming along and seeing the Lune Aqueduct and showing you all different features. But if you want to stick around and see more of this kind of activity, remember to subscribe, leave us a comment, like, and click that big bell. Ding!
That was a good day filming that, Thomas Edward. It was good, that.
Yeah,
so I'll see you next week then for another filming.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll be, but I'll ring you and we'll do another gig.
Yeah, just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll see you. All right, cheers, Thomas.
Yeah.
So, hang on a minute. Do I get paid for filming today?
Oh yeah, hang on. Oh, do you want a burger?
Oh, I love a burger. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, cheapskate.